Today I'm going to be talking about my Lasik eye surgery experience and how it didn't really go as planned. Since I was about 10 years old all the way up to 22 years old, I've worn glasses for pretty much all that period, and I've worn contacts from time to time. So I'd say it only took me about 2 years of wearing glasses to find out that they weren't for me. I did not like them, they did not fit my lifestyle, and that I needed to find a solution. And that solution was contacts. And contacts were good in the beginning, but the main drawback that I had with it was the care. So yeah, once I thought I had the solution, it would have been contacts. So the drawbacks came where you have to clean them, you have to take them out at night, you can't sleep with them on. When you wake up, you have to put them on. Contacts did not work for me. So at about when I was 18 years old, I was starting to look in a lot more into doing Lasik eye surgery. And I spoke with doctors in the United States where I lived at the time, and they reviewed my eyes. They said I was an excellent candidate. Then the next big drawback came, and that's the price. So I was quoted about $2,500 per eye, which, I mean, it isn't an outrageous number considering what you achieve from the Lasik, but it was definitely out of my budget at the time. So I spoke with a family member of mine who did have Lasik performed a few years back, and she did it in Argentina and she had great results. And the best part is that she only paid $1,000 for it. So think about it. You can pay $1,000 for a flight, you can get a mini vacation, and you can get your Lasik done at a price cheaper than what it would be in the United States. I mean, that's not bad. So from there, I knew Argentina would be the best place for me to do my Lasik eye surgery. So from there, everything looked good and I had to go ahead to get the Lasik performed. So for the preparation of the Lasik, it was pretty straightforward. They just said, don't put any eye drops or any type of medications in your eyes before you come in, and make sure you don't drink any caffeine. But the overall preparation was straightforward. So going into the preparation room, they gave me about four different eye drops, which one of them really burned. And they did give me half anti-anxiety pill. And then from there, it took them about 5 minutes for everything, I guess, to settle in, and they sent me into the room for surgery. So heading off into the surgery room, they had me lay on the bed, which is part of the Lasik machine that they had there. So the doctor told me to lay comfortably and that we're ready to go. The doctor from there started putting in numbing eye drops in my eyes, and then literally, I want to say 5 seconds later, he started touching my eye with, I think it was a needle. He started touching my eye, seeing if I had feeling, and literally nothing. I didn't feel a single thing. From there, the doctor started explaining to me everything that I'd be feeling and seeing throughout the process. Main thing that I felt like in the beginning was pretty much just pressure, because then they have these little eyelid separators that they put in, and when they're putting it in, you feel like a bunch of pressure, but since your eye's asleep, that's all you can really feel. There's no pain at all. And what I could see was really not much either, because laying in the bed, the machine has like this big like ring light that's just shining in your face, in your eye, and they said focus on the green laser that's in between that ring. So the whole time I'm there just pretty much looking up, just moving stuff around. I can't really focus on what they are doing because of that light. That's where you feel the pressure. So as far as what you can see isn't much. It's gonna go blurry, you're gonna kind of see, it's gonna be completely black, and then from there he's like, okay, stay still, just focus on the green laser as much as possible. We're gonna start the laser process, the Lasik. I was trying to focus as hard as I could on the green laser, and at one point it completely disappeared. That bright light that was in my face, I couldn't see anything. So from there, the doctor was just pretty much done with the eye, and he sprayed some sort of liquid. He finished everything up, and my vision like that just came back. Then from there, he moved me to the next eye. He just brought the machine over. I didn't have to move it off. So from there, we started the next eye, and I don't want to say that it was more painful, but since I was expecting everything that they did on the other eye, I was a little bit more nervous on that one, a little bit more sweaty on my palms and stuff, thinking that, man, what we just did, we got to do all over again on the next eye. It was mostly just like a mental thing and a concentration thing that you just have to stay relaxed through the process. From there, I was asked how I felt and everything. I'm like, no, I feel good. They started having me just sort of look around, but not too much. They really kept things moving because they had quite a few Lasiks that they were going to be doing that day. They taped the cups on my eyes, that way I don't have any contaminants or anything going in. So this is where things start to go bad. When I was getting discharged over there, they were pretty much ready to send me home. I was left a bit confused on what I had to do next with the treatment process of my eyes, because I didn't have any eye drops, nothing. So I asked the nurse, okay, what do I have to do now? She's like, just go home and rest. Okay, so when I went home, I rested. When I woke up, my eyes were full of crust everywhere from all the discharge my eyes were giving from the surgery and everything, and the discomfort. And when I tried to open it, I really couldn't, so I just kept my eyes closed for a little bit more and I slept, or I tried to sleep for a little bit more. When I woke up the next time, I was able to open my eyes just a little bit more, but I started feeling a tremendous amount of discomfort in this side. Like I had sand in it and it would just leak and leak and leak, and I'd cry from this side. This side was pretty much perfect. So when I took off the cups, I was finally able to open this side. I was able to see and look around, and I knew something was up. I was not feeling comfortable one bit from that eye. And from there, I put the cups back on. I went to sleep for the night. When I woke up in the morning for my follow-up, the doctor right away asked me, "Where's your cups? Why'd you take them off?" And I was like, "I didn't know I had to keep them on." He's like, "Yes, you were supposed to keep them on." And I was like, okay, can't argue with that. I did take them off, but I was never told what I had to do. I had no instructions or anything. So I was like, okay. So he starts looking through my eyes, and I started explaining to him, like, this side's good, this side's really bad. And he noticed in this eye, the one that was giving me pain, that the flap that they used to peel up to do the Lasik eye surgery, instead of laying flat how it was supposed to, it wrinkled up. And when it wrinkles up, it's really hard for it to be pulled back into a flat position, being 24 hours after the surgery. So he said, "I'm gonna try my best. I hope it sticks, but if it doesn't, we're gonna have to do the surgery over again." So for him to say that I had to redo the surgery again and that things aren't looking good was just, it was completely horrible to hear. Completely threw me off, and I was like, okay, from here, it's gonna stick. I'm gonna make it work. I'm not gonna open my eye the whole day. So that's what I did. I went home, I put the cups on again, and I stayed sleeping pretty much the entire day. I was listening to movies with my eyes closed. I was from day till night with my eyes closed to make sure 100% that it was gonna work. So then from there, luckily, the next day, I went back for a third follow-up, and he said, "Perfect, it worked, it's stuck. Now we can start healing and getting everything in order." And from there, it was pretty much easy. He reviewed my eyes. He's like, okay, don't touch your eyes. Don't do anything to your eyes. Don't itch them. Don't do anything. You can go in the beach in 2 weeks. You can go in water in 2 weeks. Don't wet your eyes directly. But other than that, take it easy. You're ready to do pretty much anything you got to do. And that day he mentioned to me, I have the redness in my eyes. And he said, don't worry about that. That's completely normal with the surgery. But I mean, for $1,000, for me to get both eyes performed with Lasik. The problem that I had was very particular to my situation on the communication side, but for $1,000 to be able to have perfect 20/20 vision, it's literally life-changing. You see the world completely different, and every day I notice, I'm like, man, how crazy would it be to have my glasses on in this situation? I wouldn't be able to. All right, so if you have any further questions, just leave a comment below and I'll answer it the best that I can. And if you got any information out of this video that you find helpful, please leave a like and consider subscribing. All right, thanks for watching.